Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 2 of the book study. I want to take just a few minutes here to sort of recap some of the big themes that were discussed in week 1 and then forecast what's coming up in week 2. First of all, we have over 50 participants participating in the book study. That is an excellent turnout. So far this week, we have over 70 responses to the 4 discussion questions, and people are just sharing a variety of things. But some of the big things are just talking about what's working in their building. They have questions about next steps and what it could look like, and then dreaming for the future. So if you haven't had a chance, jump in there and take a look what your colleagues are writing about. Um, I think you'll be impressed with what's starting to develop. I'd like to take just a couple of minutes here just to highlight some of the themes that came out of week 1, and I peeled off a few of the responses out of the discussion board. A lot of conversation about how the on-demand is really moving us forward here. And you can see Jason just highlighted that PD option has really helped to personalize the PD for our staff. They have more choice, and obviously they can get it anywhere, anytime. And we're hoping that that will transfer over to how our staff start to deliver instruction for students. So we have a great structure in place, and we're going to be redesigning that for next year as well. Chantel just posted up here a quote I'd like to just briefly highlight here, how we have to stop delivering curriculum to kids and start discovering it with them, especially now when curriculum is everywhere. And that is certainly the case in our system. We have so many resources available through recent curriculum adoptions, where there are online resources, video, and obviously the access to devices that we have. It allows our kids to learn anywhere, anytime. And so we just need to think about how we design that instruction effectively and then deliver it to our students. Carrie pointed out another quote from the book is how we shift from a culture of compliance to a culture of professionalism and innovation. And again, I think we are just starting to turn the tables on that. Obviously, our on-demand has been really an innovative approach to blended learning for staff PD. And that was evident at the TIES conference. We had several districts asking about how they could start to do something like that in their districts. Kate and Greg started talking a little bit about modifying the on-demand experience so it is more of a blended approach. A little bit online, a little bit of face-to-face is sort of seems to be the sweet spot for many of our staff. So as we start to look for that on-demand 2.0, we'll be looking to provide more blended opportunities for our staff. Laura talked about Alpine and ADSYS and differentiated instruction, and I think she's right on target that our digital tools really allow us to deliver and provide more personalized learning for our staff, where our students can work more at their own pace through the many digital resources that we have. And the last one here is Gretchen pointed out that the digital learning team has been a huge support, and they've certainly been an accelerant and provided ongoing support. But I'd like us all to think about, we only have 4 digital learning specialists and 800 staff. So how as a system do we keep that alive and well and support that through all of our ed services efforts, but principals in the building to keep that moving forward and to really think about how we can build capacity over the long haul as we move forward with this. And so great questions have come up, excellent thought going into next steps and discoveries that you've encountered as you've read the book. I'd like to show a few pictures here. Here we have first graders at Twin Lakes using blended learning, changing the path that they're using and the place. You know, they're not sitting in desks, they're in some flexible spaces in the room. Elk River High School students working in a different place, more collaborative spaces. A lot of the teachers bringing kids down to the media center. Now that they have the technology, they are much more mobile, and the teachers have a lot of that content in Schoology where they can access anywhere, anytime. This is a note posted at Chanhassen High School when we did a site visit there. The teacher was at a workshop for the day. Instead of getting a sub, the teacher posted a note on the door indicating to the students that they need to go to a flex learning space. And so I know our high school principals are having conversations about this already. So maybe next year we'll start to see some of these signs. Flex learning space, again, just an example of what it looked like at Chanhassen High School. Here's a picture of Kenny having lunch, color-coded, lunch basket and shirt. And then finally, just a little glance at what's coming up. Again, week 2 opens Friday, February 10th. If you haven't jumped into week 1 yet, you are not behind. You still have, you can, if you want to read over the weekend, you can, but you have early next week to sort of finish that up and then respond to people from week 1 Week two will be open as of the February 10th, so feel free to jump in there. But really, if you haven't gone in and taken a look and replied, you have until early next week to go in there and do that. And again, we're flexible here, but this is sort of the general timeline we'd like everybody to follow. We appreciate all the great feedback and comments in the discussion board. Keep it up. Thank you, and have a great day.